Rain falling in your face doesn't compare to the amount of pain, and it stays when you don't want to break all of those things that make you run away. Your love's like a battery charging my heart right now, and oh, you left all the things you had but not just found, and I know you had to go but left me not to know, like a snake's tongue is stung, but I had to show your battery.
Still hate the refs, don't you?
Hate's a strong word, and I wouldn't say plural. There's one. There's one.
Well, you know, I got when I was playing Darren George at Dinas.
Oh yeah,
I got sent off for calling the referee a cock. So he sent me to the stand, but I was just doing exactly the same.
You just
stand. But I had a fucking hearing in mould.
Mould.
Yeah, mould.
Why do you have to go into mould?
Mould. I just wrote to him and I said, well, you know, he deserved whatever he said. I don't deny it. I had a £50 fine and a 4-game ban.
Yeah.
Right. And it said in the letter, I got a Welsh FA letter that said, you called the referee a cock. And it said in the Welsh FA headed letter that I called the referee a cock.
Yeah. Best 50 quid you ever spent.
Well, it was all right.
Bet you felt better after.
Every time we coached then, because Darren George, I think he couldn't do it for a few weeks, so I just used to stand at the stand and just do exactly the same. I think you weren't allowed to go in the dressing room, but I used to go in the dressing room.
So, yeah, we've gone through this with Llanrumney recently because our first team manager, Plummer, you think I used to get excited in the dugout? I am... honestly, I'm like a mute compared to this man in the dugout, right? So he got sent off. So he had like a 3-match ban for that, or a 4-match ban, because it was his second one of the season. And then he got a white paper on top, which was 4-match football ban. So the first 4 matches of the ban, he was allowed in the changing room, allowed in the ground. He just couldn't be in the dugout. You can deal with that at that level of football, can't you? The last 2 games of the season, or the last game of the season for Llanrumney.
Who's the manager of Llanrumney now?
Ian Summers, his name, Plummer, he's known as. But he's got 3 games to go next year of it. He's not even allowed in the change room. He's not allowed in the ground.
He's not even allowed in the
so
ground.
There are different types of bans.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't allowed on the pitch or whatever 4 games though, but. I was fucking right. It was a guy called Dean, the referee was. What's his name? Dean. You would know him.
You know, I never used to remember their names or anything.
Yeah.
I just used to try and make it as anonymous as possible.
Yeah.
But once you give someone a name...
Swanee didn't used to like him, and I used to go and butter him up before. Do you know what I mean? And I used to speak to him and I'd say, all right, and I'd give him, make sure their dressing room was nice. I'd go in the dressing room, everything all right, boys? You know, make sure everything's all right. Yeah, it's all bullshit. But you get decisions based on being nice to people.
Which referee was it? And it definitely wasn't me or you. It must have been fucking Stickful, did it? Down the old Llanrumney ground, where one of the refs was giving fucking biscuits and a cup of tea. Because he liked custard creams, because Stitz was a ref. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
But that's part of the game, isn't it? You've got to...
No, fuck off giving them biscuits. I'd go in and eat them myself.
I remember when we were at Ewick, people used to come, I think it was Ryan Hayward.
Yeah.
I think he was playing for, it was Bucks on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And we used to split the dressing room in half, right? Because
of course. There were the... in the changing rooms, they had those sort of dividers, didn't they? That you could make one changing room into 2.
I used to fucking make it into 1 and make sure it was a horrible and shittest place. Leave it shitty, dirty, and he'd come in. Dog, can you open it? I don't have the key, right? Sorry. But you just want to make it horrible and shitty for them because it's an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah. Dan Tannoy was said something similar to us, didn't he?
He used to do it all the time.
Oh, he didn't. Well, I'll say now, you were late that night as well, so you probably didn't hear that bit.
I was having a fucking heart attack. I might have had to have paid for a car park, to be fair.
50 pence. And he was moaning about having to pay 50
Still
pence for
tight, isn't he?
parking. Yeah, well, I'm glad you
seen the
pointed that
stories
out.
about
mate.
Mallorca and stuff on the podcast about you and Mallorca.
Magaluf.
Magaluf, is it?
I still can't
Magaluf.
believe to this day you weren't on that Croesyceiliog tour to Magaluf. You must have been going somewhere else. Because it was the day after the cup
It's
final.
day after the cup final.
So, because as we'll find out on this podcast as we go
Karina
on,
wouldn't allow me, would she?
you travel a lot.
Yeah.
So for you to have not been on a football tour, there must have been a
Karina,
reason.
that was a problem.
Yeah, but you... football.
Oh, fucking hell. She wasn't happy when I came home after the cup final. She said, "You're late." I said, "For fuck's sake, we just won the cup, like." I've had a pint and a half in the clubhouse with fucking, Dale. What was his name? He used to play for
Dale
Deutsche.
Price.
Dale Price.
Dale Price.
And I sat in there with him, and I think it was Jacob Daly as well.
Yeah, Jacob played for him,
Daly,
yeah.
And we sat there and had a couple of drinks. I was thinking, I can't drink too much, and she'd already be fucking texting me. Where are you? I just won the fucking cup, right?
This is sounding like relationship counselling, not a football podcast now, isn't it? But yeah, it's so clarify in our sort of Twitter write-up when we said you were joining us this week.
I seen it.
I think we said that you live in Germany
Yeah,
now.
but I don't.
That's not the case.
No.
So where are you now? Because you're all over the place, aren't you?
Are you going to cut it?
Yeah, we're well underway, mate.
All right, okay.
Yeah, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. You just sit, you have a chat with some beers, and then you just see what comes out.
Right.
And then if you say something offensive, because we like you, we'll cut it out.
So where am I now? Well, that's a difficult subject of ours because I live in Preston and I work in Preston, but
Yeah.
basically every weekend I'm in Germany
So talk us through why you're in Germany every week.
because I got a season ticket for Rock by Essen.
So I've said to you many times, haven't I, you like football too much.
Well, possibly, yeah.
That has got to be the best proof ever that you like football too much.
Possibly, I don't know. But I did live there for 8 years and I got to know the boys and I
Yeah.
just carried on my season ticket when I came back from Germany because I only came back because of COVID, really.
So West Wales is where it all started for you with football.
Well, firstly it started, I lived in Cardiff from the time I was born until I was 8, and I think I played for Cogan St Pat's under 8s.
Okay.
But that was very brief, and I don't really remember that. And then I moved to Haverfordwest, and then I started playing for a team called Scarrow-Scant, which they got disbanded, and we played.
Oh, because of you, or?
No, not because of me.
Chaos as a kid.
No, it was like under 11s. I think we played under 12s. I think we went to under 16s. But we played against Marco Delaney, who was playing for Goodwick, and then the other side of the water, we were in different North or South League.
Yeah.
And the other side of the water, it was Darren Brace, if you remember Darren Brace, who played for Wrexham.
Yeah.
So we played against some good players, who went on to be pros.
Yeah. You always had a good. Obviously, when I got to know you, when I started working with you, you always had a good knowledge of people down west.
Yeah.
Which used to help us sometimes when, which we'll get to later on, when Dinas Powys or Croesyceiliog especially, we were playing against Newcastle Emlyn.
Yeah,
you knew all the team that we were going to face already.
Yeah, I'd have a good idea,
Yeah, so you were obviously not just playing, that you were as fanatic about football growing up.
Well,
not just playing it, because you knew all these people.
When I was growing up in Haverfordwest, we used to go and watch Haverfordwest. And if Haverfordwest weren't playing, we'd go over on the bus to watch Pembroke Borough. And if Pembroke Borough weren't playing, we'd go across to watch Milford United.
Yeah.
And I kind of fell in love with Milford United, so I started playing for them when I was about 23, 24, after I'd come back from university, because I was in university in Uwick in Cardiff.
Yeah.
And, but I was always fanatical about football. I was always watching football, watching TV, and, everything was about football. But my best mate, because we moved to Haverfordwest, and my dad's a massive Cardiff City fan, my best mate was Swansea. So he used to take me to watch Swansea City, which didn't go down very well. And I was getting a bit too Swansea City fanatic. So my dad, all this stops now. Christmas comes, Cardiff City shirt. I was thinking, what's going on here?
Allowed to be a Swan. No.
No, that one wasn't possible, that was. My dad grew up in Lorenia Avenue, which is down by where the Canton Rugby Club is. So he lived opposite the ground, I don't think he ever paid to go in, because they used to have a ladder, a wall ladder they used to chuck over and then climb up over. Always got in for free. Jesus. I don't think he ever paid.
So Loreni Avenue, if you were brought up nowadays, you'd have been a Canton FC fan then, because that's
Well, it might have been.
That's
Yeah,
where the ground is, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it is. I went to watch him with Dale Gardner.
Yeah.
When Dale Gardner was managing, and I think
Yeah.
they drink in the Canton
In the rugby club, yeah.
We won't talk about what happened after that.
Yeah, one of those ones you wish you hadn't done.
Yes, possibly.
Yeah. So how? Because I first met you at Dinas Powys. How did you end up at Dinas Powys?
The reason I ended up at Dinas Powys is when we lived in Cardiff, and we moved obviously to West. My dad used to play rugby at Dinas Powys, so we knew people in the village. And it's a very nice area.
Yeah.
We lived in Penarth actually.
Yeah.
And it wasn't far from Dinas Powys.
No.
So he told me when I got the job, because I worked for the council for a bit. After Cardiff University, I went back home to work for the council. My mother died, and it was all a bit of a traumatic time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I came back. I got a job back with Uwick.
Yeah.
And I came back to work for them. So my dad told me, "We'll go to Dinas because that's the place. You know, it's nice down there." So I joined Dinas Powys. I think they just got promoted to the Welsh League. And
Nicky Tucker would have been manager then.
No, I
at the
don't
time.
think John Erneman.
No, but Nicky Tucker got him promoted, and then he
Well,
left.
he might have done, but I
left,
didn't.
didn't he?
I started in that summer, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't have known Nicky Tucker.
Because
at that point
back
in time.
then that was very controversial because Nicky Tucker got him promoted.
I didn't even know he was manager at that time.
And then because I always used to tease him about Welsh League medals and stuff.
Right.
Because
John Erneman was the manager when I started, and Trevor Taylor was the trainer.
So what had happened was, I think I'm right in saying this, they won the league a couple of times and cups and everything else in the old amateur or senior league.
There was a playoff,
but there was always a
something?
playoff, and they kept losing the playoff.
That's right, but I think they beat Cogan, didn't they? Cogan Coronation, I think, in that one.
Not sure who they eventually
they
beat,
did,
but,
I think.
but Tux eventually made the move to Taftswell.
Right. Yeah, I know
Despite
you went
winning
to
the league,
Taftswell.
So
Right.
yeah, but okay.
What, brown envelopes or?
I couldn't possibly comment. You'd have to
ask him yourself.
You'd have to ask Nicky yourself. But I'm sure there was.
Well, I
something
can
involved.
tell you now. Ricky Morgan told me that you've got more tracksuits than Nana Bar, and you like your brown envelopes. That's what Ricky told me to tell you.
All right, but, okay. Two things I say to that, Ricky. At least my tracksuits are adult size.
You know Ricky Morgan.
Yeah. So let's get that one out the way. You fucking
true.
midget. Yeah. And
You're not allowed to say midget anymore. Dwarf is okay, I think.
Oh, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Small person or something like that.
And the other thing I'd say, just to set the record straight tonight, was two clubs paid me in my life. So the brown envelope thing, you can piss off.
Well, you like the brown envelope.
Because in my opinion, football owes me a lot of money for the mileage and the stress and the time over the years. So yeah, Aberraman as a coach and Porth as manager. That's the only place. So
Well, we all joke about brown
Stick that in your
envelopes.
pipe, you short ass.
We all meet Danny Street, and we got a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Meet Danny Street and Ricky, and we were always chatting about brown envelopes. It's a bit of a joke. You know?
That's a nice WhatsApp group apart from Ricky. To be fair. I joke, of
Yeah,
course.
Danny's got a task well. Yeah.
Ricky-
Congratulations to Danny.
I
I'm
think-
meeting him tonight, actually, in Dennis. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hot off the press, isn't it? This week,
Yeah. Well,
he's
today,
got
I
the
think.
Taft well.
I heard yesterday. Actually,
Yeah. I think Taft have done well to get Danny there. That's
I do. I think
brilliant
he's
for
a
both
good
parties.
manager,
Both parties. But I joke about Ricky Morgan. Ricky would know he's one of my favourite people in
Yeah,
football.
of
Right?
course.
I used to talk to him a lot back when he lived down this way. But
Well, he lives in West now, so I see him more down West sometimes, you know, and his son's growing up, and I meet his son and
is
whatever.
he taller than Ricky? Or?
Not far off. He's only about 7.
I was going to say he's about 4 and he's bigger than his dad.
Yeah, he's 3.
It won't be difficult. Ricky's borrowing his shoes.
There's a tip there for you, Ricky Morgan. Never pick on a man with a microphone.
Battered, Rick. Absolutely battered.
But that was seriously though. Back, we talk on this podcast a lot nowadays about like, the social side of clubs maybe not being what they were and stuff. Obviously, that had a lot to do as well with the type of people you're talking about there. People like Mark Dunford, Ricky Morgan, Danny Street, people like that. Nicky Tucker as well.
Yeah,
they're actually,
social people.
They're good fun to be around generally. So I'm sure wherever they are would be like that. But Dinas was I don't know whether it was because there was a village, so there was somewhere to be a central point. But obviously, I spent just over 2 years at Dinas, but I loved it. I genuinely loved it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was there 9 years, so,
Jesus,
I played for the first maybe 7 or 8 times.
Fuck, they must have been struggling, man.
They must have been sure. For the seconds, we won the Welsh League Reserve Division twice, I think.
Yeah.
We got to the cup final, but it was just a good bunch of boys. You had French Tom, Lloyd, Jim, Owain, those boys. Some proper
just good lads.
Legends, like, really. A few of those played. Tom played quite a bit. Lloyd played. I think he scored the winning goal to go to Division 1, I think. Lloyd did. I'm still in contact with him.
What was his surname? The centre half.
Lloyd Davis.
That was it. Yeah.
Blinky, we call him. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, but he always wanted to. He liked playing with us in the seconds.
And the thing I always used to like, because when I came in was obviously when Nicky Tucker had gone in as first team manager. I think it was after he'd left Llanelli, wasn't it?
It was after he left Llanelli. I'm trying to think who got sacked.
No, it was after he'd left Bridgend.
Maybe you got sacked from Dinas though. Paul Giles, was it?
No, it was. Oh God,
Danny Kinsey. No, he came later.
No, Kinsey was after. Oh, this is going to do my head in. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But we'd gone
when
in
Tucker
there.
came in, he was looking for a second team manager. I was still playing,
That's right,
and I think I broke on my ankle and I wasn't very fit, and he asked me and Jim to do it, and it was a brilliant decision. We loved doing it.
Yeah,
we won
and you were very successful because at the time Dicky was managing the seconds, wasn't he? But they had players like Shelton Payne.
That's right. Who should have been
Ollie
the first
Dalton,
team, been the seconds.
They were refusing to play, weren't they?
Players,
so Tux had to sort all that out.
And we got them all to the first team. To be fair, we said right, you pick who you want, and we'll have whoever you got left, and that's what you've got to give.
That's when it became a club, I think, because the thing I always remember is when we then a year later were doing very well. If the reserves weren't playing, they'd be at the first team games.
Yeah, it was a real club sort of situation. Yeah,
and the thing that surprised me, I was at Dinas earlier this season.
Vince used to try to charge us to get in. No, he didn't.
Yeah, Vince Driscoll was talking about. He probably did. But my favourite thing about Vince Driscoll, do you remember the second team game when you turned up down at what is now Penna Bont and you opened the bag and he'd given you the women's kit? the little shorts, John Barnes shorts. To this day, I'm sure he did it on purpose.
Probably. That's Vince's kind of joke. I see Vince quite often. He goes Wales away quite often, so I've seen it. Liechtenstein's the country I was trying to think of earlier. What's that country called?
Yeah, you know where we're saying
last time I seen Tucker.
What's that street called in Llanrumney? He's like, what's that country I was in? He does so much Brilliant. But the Dinas Powys thing it got quite close to being something really special, didn't it?
Yeah, they cut the plug, didn't they, with the money, I think. I don't know how the money got cut.
So, I mean, to my memory, first things first was Tux left us and went to Port Talbot.
Yeah, well, I used to go to Port Talbot to watch him at the time.
And then, obviously Dinas...
Jonah took over then,
Dinas was very lucky that Mark Jones was available.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jonah came in and
yeah, but I was signing players for the seconds, and Jonah was going, I want him.
Yeah.
I'm signing these for my
team.
So the problem I'm there to help first, do you know what I mean?
But the problem was, the budget had been written at the start of the season on promises.
Yeah.
So you're going to see Tux later. I'm sure he's still the same now, right?
I think Streety's going to ask Vince if he owes him an envelope. And Danny's going to ask him
absolutely, right?
There won't seem any change. I might get a pint.
I've referenced it before, but you can back me up on this. Nick Tucker could sell like sand to the Arabs, right? So he would go in. Let's say there was like a Londis next door to the pub back in the day. He'd go in the Londis to buy like a sandwich or something like that, and he'd speak to someone and he'd say, they've just promised us £500 sponsorship, and he'd write it down.
Yeah.
Right? He's only spoken to like the checkout girl, right? But we've now got a £500 sponsorship coming from Londis.
Don't ask, you don't get, do you? So that's what life's all about.
After a while, we were obviously paying out decent, not huge money at Dinas, but for Dinas Powys it was a lot. It was big money.
Yeah.
And then the bank balance became dry, and then Tux left and went to Port Talbot, and we were trying to like pull in some of these sponsorships that had been promised, and people literally didn't know what we were talking about. So that was difficult then, because when you've signed players on certain amounts of money and they're not getting
contract
they leave.
as well,
they leave. No, of course they would.
No.
And they leave.
second
So-
the money stops, so they're not they
Well, of course, yeah.
down
Yeah.
tools,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, I did still think we were going to do it at one point.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I only left because I was still there, and you got the Crossy job, and then you asked me
Yeah.
to be your assistant, and that's why I left. Otherwise,
yeah, that was
probably
like
wouldn't
a
have
year
left
or so later.
but I just thought it's progression from being second team manager,
Yeah.
going to a first team, and
Yeah.
being assistant manager, and
Yeah.
and you've got a bit more
Yeah.
reins, and you've got better players, and the quality of players we had, like what's it called, Jody Jenkins and Jamie Jenkins.
Yeah.
These people are just unbelievable compared to
Absolutely, yeah. It's different to a reserve team, isn't it? When you're
completely
dealing with lads
different,
like that.
and they got different mindsets, and they.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that summer going into Crossy? Because we'd gone into a
difficult,
club
yeah.
that had been relegated.
Yeah.
Goitra was snatching loads of players from them.
I
from
didn't really
Division
know
Three.
that the Gwent League, that's kind of
No,
side
no,
of things,
same here.
that do you know what I mean? And we got a lot of players in from Cardiff who were good players, like Rhys Carr and
Yeah.
Dominic Broad and those kind of boys who were good players, And we got a few good players in from Cardiff. Tony Southard,
We had to as well, though, didn't
Tony
we?
Southard, I used to pick him up and travel with him. And
Tony did a great job.
yeah,
for
he
the
did.
club.
He was good.
So
They're dedicated. He was
But
training.
we had
every
to,
week,
didn't we? We didn't go in there wanting to bring in five.
There was no
players
money,
from
though, was
Cardiff.
it?
None at all, no.
No.
And but like, we had to bring in players because so many of them had left.
Yeah, we had a good nucleus of a squad, and
Yeah,
it was,
so Ryan Fahey left for a while, didn't he? He went to Goitra United, but we managed to get him back quite
He was good. I
quickly.
used to work with Ryan at UX, so I used to know him
He
quite
was
well,
brilliant
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, he was
at,
good,
at
yeah.
Crossy, but
And his old man was funny as well. Frank, wasn't it?
Frankie. Yeah. But we built a decent little side there, and then we were still in the cup at Christmas, weren't we? And we were still in the top 6 at Christmas in our first year.
Yeah, we were doing quite well. Nothing special, but
yeah,
it was
we were doing all right.
Croesyceiliog. You're not paying a top budget of the
No.
best team of Goitra you wouldn't expect to beat Goitra in the cup, would you?
Well,
They won the Welsh League.
thing about that cup run. So like we beat Langowner away on a bog.
Yeah,
Because Langowner can get heavy, can't it? Right,
Yeah,
and it was as heavy as it can get. We beat Betis, who were one of the top teams in the first division at the time.
Yeah, I
at
can't
home.
remember what Betis at home, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and beat
We
Barry
got
Town in the
tapped well.
semi.
Yeah, that was a big game. That was
Barry
against
Town
Danny
in the
Clare, wasn't it?
semi-final.
We don't talk about it, but we exploited Danny's weakness.
Sorry,
I have heard this
Sorry,
on
Dan.
podcast
Dan.
before.
Sorry,
Dan.
Switches off on crosses. Sorry, Dan.
But that was the day I'm meeting Hugh Williams actually tomorrow. He's at that memorial
yes,
tournament.
he
And
broke,
he broke his leg, didn't
Oh,
he,
is
if
he?
you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. I think
He's involved with
playing
Penn
tomorrow.
Turk. No.
Is he?
Yeah, but he works behind the bar
Yeah.
at Taft's Well, so he'll be seeing Dunny pretty soon.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't take any money because he lives just round the corner, but he just helps out behind the bar and pulls
Well,
the
that's
pints.
the type
and
of guy
everything.
he is, isn't he?
Yeah,
Just
that's
an
right.
all-round diamond. But yeah, so Hugh Williams broke his leg during the semi-final,
Yes,
didn't
he
he?
did. Yeah.
And they stretchered him under the.
It was horrible.
Yeah, and he was just lying on a stretcher in the car park.
Yeah, but do you
for a
remember
good
why?
20 minutes, wasn't he?
They
Well, I
couldn't
don't know.
find
We
the-
had to still coach the game, didn't
Yeah,
we?
they couldn't find the key to open the lock gate
Yeah.
to get the ambulance, so we had to pass him underneath.
Yeah, I know.
And he
it
was lying in the
horrible.
car park watching the game.
And all the boys couldn't look at it. They just said, "Oh, it's
I was hanging.
terrific." Like you went on as
I had to go and
because I was
sort it out.
first aider sometimes. I wasn't first aider that day, and you
I
went
had
on.
to held his leg and behind his knee, held his
And
leg.
you kind of went like that.
Yeah.
Just don't look like that. I thought I'd go and have a look at that. But I could see he was in. He didn't scream like because I don't think he was a bit like that. But he was in extreme
No,
pain. That.
he said to me with it. We've had it a couple of times with when Midge broke his leg as well. He went, "How bad is it?" And I just said, "It's not good."
No.
And I said, "I'm holding your leg. If I move my hand, your leg's
I
going to
know,
flop."
It was horrible. I know. But I seen him in hospital the next day. And
Yeah.
He was in hospital for about 2 or 3 days. I'm quite good friends with you. Well, I got
Yeah.
him to Crossy, didn't I? That was
That's
one of
right.
my West contacts.
Yeah, it's through your Wales
Well,
supporters.
supporters
as well,
actually,
wasn't
it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I met him at Wales supporters.
Do you remember the goal scorers that night in the semi-final against Barry Town? Because
I
obviously
do.
anyone that was involved with that Croesyceiliog Cup run that year remembers the final
Was
and
it Paul
stuff.
Brown?
but-
Did Brownie get
Brownie
headed?
scored the header off the
Brownie
back of Danny
scored-
Clare.
Brownie
Jody
scores the winner.
Jenkins, was it?
No,
No.
no.
I'm sure I've heard this to you on the
Callum Miles, wasn't it?
podcast before.
Callum Miles.
Was it
Callum
Callum,
Miles.
was it?
Callum Miles got the other goal.
Well, he must have only been about 18 then, was he?
Yeah, 18
Was
Callum.
he in Ewick? 'Cause I think
Um,
when he was at Ewick, were trying to get him, and then we
Yeah, but
tried-
he was at Goitra for years after Croesyceiliog.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Um,
Ewick
did
tried
Bob-
to get him, and his
That's
brother
right.
played for me at Ewick.
Connor,
when I was
wasn't
at
it?
Ewick. Connor, yeah.
So yeah, this was Callum Miles. I think Sam Small scored for Barry. I think I'm right in saying
He did.
that.
Sam Small was up from definitely.
Yeah,
I think,
Sam Small scored
2-1,
for
wasn't
Barry.
it?
Yeah.
I can't remember whether we weren't 2-0 up. Were we 1-0 down and then 1-2-1, was it? Can't really remember.
I think we were 1-1
were.
No, I think we were 1-1, 1-1. Then
It was a horrible rainy night, wasn't it?
And Brownie.
yeah, one of the nicest.
No.
Then Brownie scored the winner. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
Good old Brownie. I've seen
Yeah,
him
that's right,
recently,
yeah.
Brownie, as well.
So we went.
Keep in touch with old Brownie.
We kept it. We had to keep the league campaign going, and then another thing that we've spoken about a few times with people that were involved. Do you remember the month of April that year, where we had to play 10 matches in April
Yeah.
for the lead up to the cup final?
Trying to get the time off work was difficult.
I was going to say, getting the time off work, and then obviously your missus at the time, I bet she wasn't happy either.
God,
It was.
Jesus Christ.
Do you remember we had a home game, and like Jody Jenkins was a funny guy in the change rooms, wasn't he? And even Jody was quiet. And I remember sitting there before the game.
The worst trainer ever, by the way.
Well, if he came,
He was horrible.
Yeah,
He just
terrible.
used to mess about. And
Absolutely
whatever.
terrible.
But just to finish it, he just knew where the goal was. I haven't seen anybody in the Welsh League any better than him.
no, not me. Not me.
But you know, he didn't work at it.
We were sitting in the
He
change
was
room.
just giving it, wasn't he?
I think it was something like
Fight or
match
Yeah,
7
yeah.
or 8.
Callum Miles, he used to run in the middle of
Yeah.
midfield, you know.
I reckon match 7 or
I'm
8.
trying to think what they call him now because he plays down Tenby.
Yeah, he's been in Tenby for years now.
Yeah, he's
Richard
been on
Perry,
Tenby
isn't
for
he?
years.
Fucking Peter Pan, they should call
what do
it.
they call him?
We had it-
Pirlo.
yeah,
That's his
Oh,
nickname now.
oh, yeah,
Pirlo.
England's Pirlo. Yeah,
Call him Pirlo
yeah,
down there,
yeah,
yeah.
he calls himself that, and everyone's
He
called
was
that.
involved. Him and Ricky. I've been down to watch Tenby, and him and Ricky are there, like, you know.
That's
Yeah,
outrageous because
yeah.
they got to be 50 years old each now.
And they go back to a clubhouse called the Dog's Home, so I feel like quite at home.
Yeah, do you remember being in the changing room? Probably match 7 or 8, and of the 10, and it was just silent. And I just remember looking around the changing room and going, "We are sick of each other, aren't we?" Because it was every 2 days we were playing a game, weren't we?
Yeah.
And there was one night I always remember. Mark Morris was the club captain, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Committed guy, always training, brilliant attitude. And it got to about an hour from kick-off against, it might be like Grange Quinns or somebody like that at home. I've rung him. Where are you? And he's gone, B&Q, mate, what's the matter? I've gone, you know we kick off in an hour. He's like, oh, we're playing tomorrow, aren't we? Because there were so many games, like players just lost track of it. Of like, oh, are we playing Wednesday or Thursday this week?
We had a squad. We didn't have a big squad
Not
either,
at all.
really, did we? We had a
Not at
squad
all.
of about, I think you had like Jake Hayward on the bench, Nicky McGrath.
and
I've seen
Jake
both of
Hayward,
them,
obviously
that's
Jake
fun.
Hayward was a good player, but
They
Jake
were
would
both
Jake
young.
would
They
have
were all
been
like
17
17 or 18
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Still
yeah.
playing now.
Well, he is playing, yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen him last time I went to watch Crossy once this season, and I've seen Jake Hayward and Nick McGrath
Yeah.
and a few other boys, but I met Brownie, like, you know, and
Yeah.
Zach went back playing for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
he's travelling all the time, I think, isn't he?
Yeah,
According to
because
Facebook. He's also in Australia,
became
isn't
a top striker in a
he? Yeah.
Welsh league.
Well, he would have been on the bench quite often at
Yeah,
that
he
point
was,
in
yeah.
time.
Yeah, he was.
And he was probably a bit too good to be on the bench, but he was quite young, though, you know,
Yeah.
raw.
Do you remember much about the final? Was it all a blur
No,
down
I
at
remember
the Brewery
final-
Field against
Oh,
Goitree
it's
United?
Unbelievable.
We'd gone to watch them the week before, and they'd won the league in the last minute at Avonlida, wouldn't they?
I think, yeah. And,
Do you remember much about it? What do you remember about it? Because everyone has different individual memories.
It was
of the
just a
night.
really nice evening.
Yeah.
And the Brewery Field, you know, I know it's a rugby ground, but
Huge
it's
as well, isn't it?
big and it's nice. And,
Yeah.
and I just think we all went out and just thought, we got nothing to lose here. If we lose, we lose. They've already won the Welsh League. You're not expected to beat them. And I thought we had a team to do it.
Yeah.
What you didn't expect Reece Carter to score from the halfway line, but
He shanked it.
it was a cross.
Did he mean
It was a
it?
cross.
No, did he mean it? We always ask everyone this.
We've got
Did he mean it?
we've got a running total
I've
going.
listened to the. I've
So
listened
did
to
he
the
mean it?
podcast. Yeah, he did mean it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He always had a good strike on him.
He was cocky enough, wasn't he?
Well, he was.
He
But
tried it 2 or 3
It was
times.
2-1 already, but that concealed it really, didn't it?
So do you remember the
But
goal
it did-
scorers that night then?
Yeah, Jody Jenkins got 1. Well, obviously Reece Carter from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Pez.
Was it Pezza? Was it?
Richard
yeah, maybe.
Perry.
Yeah.
So-
Pirlo, you mean?
Pez's goal was a worldie.
It's a volley from about 25
Well,
yards.
I
in the
remember
top
the whole
corner,
night.
Richard Perry.
I
No one
I
remembers it.
remember arriving. We all arrived quite early. Everybody was up
Yeah.
for it. You could sometimes tell in the dressing room if things are going to go well.
Yeah.
And then if things are looking good in the dressing room, when you're doing a warm up,
Yeah.
and the warm up goes well, and I always used to say to you, they're on it today. Gav.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
on it
yeah.
today. You know?
I think there was the other bit we touched on a previous one as well about when we turned up. Our boys all turned up on it, and some of Buster did, didn't he? Buster turned up, got out of his car in his flip-flops.
Yeah,
with his
they
boots.
sorted.
He had a vest on. You could tell that he was just thinking, we've won
Complacency.
So.
Well, they were playing Croesyceiliog, who finished, 6th, 7th in the league that year? Something like that.
Yeah, the league below them.
But we had a chance of getting up. But Croecy we were punching above our weight to be there, really. I would say so.
I would say so.
You know, to win the Welsh League Cup. Well, they've never won anything since.
Yeah. Well, you said it, not me.
Yeah. Well, they haven't, have they?
No.
You know.
Well, the following season we came close. We got to another cup final and missed out on promotion by the width of a shoulder.
Yeah.
But it was
nice
a brilliant
club.
night. But do you know what I always remember as well? Because we talk about Goitra's players before the final in that game. I also remember what they were all like after. They were good as gold.
Yeah, they were. Well, I was good mates with Jacob Daly.
Yeah,
I used to have him playing for me down goal all the time.
Yeah.
And Dale Price, I was probably one of the best centre midfield players to play Welsh.
Certainly the ones in my time of being involved at that level, yeah.
And I had a chat with him, I still keep in touch with him on Facebook and whatever, but I haven't seen Jacob for years. But it was just a fantastic night until I got home, and then Karina went, "You're late."
And then you weren't coming on tour the next day.
Well,
I still can't believe you weren't on that tour.
No.
We took the trophy on the plane and everything.
And now it's all over. That was all over with it. I'm just regretting it now.
You should have come on tour with him looking for a flight home on day 2 because he's gone too mad on night 1.
I have been on a 2-week holiday to Zante and gone home after a week.
Oh, come on, man. You're better than that.
Do you remember? No, I was the only one with a girlfriend. And the other boys were just dogs on eat. And I thought, not that I don't cheat, because I'm probably the worst ever. But I just said, you know what? I had enough after 7 days. I thought, I literally can't drink anymore. You know, when you go away for a weekend now, when you're our age, I can do 3 days, maybe
2 nights is my
4.
max.
I can't do anymore. I'm just done.
I go to Benidorm for Cheltenham week, and I'm like that on day 3. I'm like, fuck this.
I can't do it. It's not fun anymore. Do you know what I mean? So I don't mind a few days on it, but 7 days, 14 days.
No,
come
I know.
on.
I don't know how I used to do that. For Torremolinos for 14
I've been to Torremolinos.
There was one year,
I think.
it's not football related, but there was one year, our mate from Ireland,
Ben Medina, the 24-hour square,
right? He came over here 2 nights before we went, because you couldn't fly direct from Dublin. So we went out for 2 nights in Cardiff, did 14 nights in Torremolinos, came home and did a night in Cardiff before we flew home.
I just can't do it.
I think I'd die if I did that now.
Yeah,
It's
just not fun.
Is that a tequila holiday?
Possibly. Yeah, he drank 20 shots. This lad from Ireland, he drank 20 shots of tequila in about 20 minutes.
What we used to do was 4 of us in the group. We get 4 tequila. We get tequilas, can of Red Bull and shit. That, and then you go up the steps into Torremolinos Town Centre, Ben Medina. He went and basically.
I know Torremolinos as well.
He'd met this girl that he'd met the year before or something, and then she obviously was with somebody else, and he just got absolutely steaming on. The bar staff were serving him tequila, thinking it's for us, and he's just giving it all box.
I remember that we were staying in Torremolinos, and there was a 24-hour square. We used to get a taxi late. You don't start till late, does it? So you don't get there till about 10, 11.
Yeah.
We'd already had a bottle of vodka each in the
Exactly.
Yeah. You get there.
Yeah, because Brits start early.
Well, they don't start.
Yeah.
We were having beers on the beach, at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then you get a taxi there, in a 24-hour square, and we get the bus back. People are going to work, and we're hanging off the bus, flying around. Just hang on for dear life here.
Remember they used to do those steins of it was vodka and orange. And it was about that big, and you were literally thinking, all they've done there is just take the cap off the bottle of vodka and gone.
Well, they do.
Just top it with a bit of orange.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
That
Croesyceiliog
tour had some tales.
Was that Magaluf, was it?
Yeah.
Magaluf, yeah.
Or Shagaloof, as you call it.
That had some tales, and we couldn't repeat a lot of them on the podcast because people are probably married and stuff now.
I can't repeat stuff on the podcast, but I went there with a few boys and it was a bit mental, yeah.
The one thing, because it's a story about me, this is how drunken it got, right? So the first night we've got
on the strip down the bottom.
We've
Mulligan's pub.
Is this where you've rung Annie?
Yeah. So right. we've got there on the first night. We don't get there until about 11 o'clock. So, like you say, that's the start of the night, really, isn't it? 11 o'clock. So, we've won the cup the night before.
Yeah.
So, we've met in the pub in Cumbran, and there's a few
This was
pints.
a Thursday, wasn't it now?
Then we've got the bus to the airport, like mini bus to the airport, and it's
Bristol now you went from.
Yeah, so a couple of drinks in the airport, get over.
Who was on this? Moza?
Oh, Mark Morrison, Zach Osborne, no Jody, Ryan Fahey,
Yeah.
this prick,
This prick.
John Chorley.
I think
we had
John Chorley.
Who was in with us?
we had what's his name was now a copper.
Oh, Jake Hayward was
Jake
on
Hayward.
it.
What's his name? The one who's a copper.
Jack Homan.
Jack Homan.
Yeah.
Jack Coleman.
There
Is
was
he
a-
copper now, is he?
Yeah, there was a big crowd, anyway, right? And again, the thing I liked about it was it wasn't all
Who was the one who
first.
played centre half? I'm trying to think his name. Actually.
Jack was a centre half.
No, he's
Jack
still
Homan.
playing now for.
Oh, Clouthy.
Clouthy.
Danny
yeah,
Clough.
Danny Clough.
Yeah.
Did he go? Yeah.
So anyway, you've got. It was a nice mix of first and second. So it was a proper club tour as well, which was nice, right? So
yeah, it was a bit like that. All the seconds got on with the first.
Yeah,
It was good.
so we got there, right?
Because Crossy always used to have a good second team.
That's
We
right.
used to pull a few little
Very
Millsy
good.
people like that.
Young
They
as
used
well.
to come in and help you
Yeah.
out a little bit. Weren't they?
So we've thrown our bags into the room when we've got there, right? And of course, because you're on a trip and Ryan Fahey's organised it.
You fled to Palmer, didn't you? It's
Yeah,
not
but
far
you don't
away.
even
I remember
know-
he was organising it far and where.
He was, yeah. But
I
we
don't know why I
don't.
didn't go with Karina.
We didn't even know, right, what the hotel was called that we were staying in. We've just got there. Ryan's given the keys out. We've thrown our bags in, and now we've walked off into a town I've never been in before, and we've just walked off and carried on drinking, right? So the night's going on. Mark Morris was brilliant on the strip
Well, of course
of
he is.
negotiating with all these people that want you in their bar.
Well, that's easy,
He'd
yeah.
walk up to him and he'd go, right,
Let's go in here.
I want free stuff for all of us. There's 20 of us. What are you going to give us? So, of course, there's like ridiculous
shots here,
levels of
whatever,
booze,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I
But
get
the
to the
20 of
point.
you, they see the
I've hit
dollar signs,
I've
don't
hit the wall. So this is, I don't know what time in the morning. I'm going to say 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Because we've gone at it hard.
Did you do colours?
Drinking all
we
day.
did Christmas, we did colours.
Yes, but not that night.
I've done it a few
Not that
times
night.
with other people. We did colours. It's brilliant.
So
Colours.
I've gone, right, I'm going to go home. So I walk what I think is the way home. But of course, it's now dark. I'm now hammered.
Yeah.
And I think I can remember the way home. So anyway, I find it along.
You don't know the name of the hotel?
And no. But I'm walking along, right? And I'm walking along this road here. And I'm absolutely convinced that there's going to be... Right, I get there, and then I turn left, and the hotel is there.
Yeah,
And I'm
easy.
walking up and down this road, and I
Piece of
can't
piss.
find it. I can't find this fucking
Are you
hotel.
still left there now? Are you
Oh,
back
he's still
left
out.
already?
He's still
Oh,
out, right?
you.
So I'm on my own.
I knew where it
You
was.
must
I'm
have
on
been
my
really
own.
close to that.
I'm on
knew where
my
it
own.
was.
So, anyway, I can't find it, and it's doing my head in now, right? So, like, this is probably 40 minutes have passed. I'm walking up and down this road, and I'm literally getting to the end of Magaluf, and it's just deserty type land. I'm like, oh, so I come back. So anyway, up and down this road, and then there was a pub I recognised from the walk in, and there's a taxi rank, and I've got in a taxi.
Yeah, but you don't know where you're
And
going.
no, but this is it. So I've said to the guy, the taxi driver who spoke English, I said,
Let me go.
I said, well, thankfully I
telling me
didn't.
go.
No, thankfully I didn't. I've said to him, I said, name some big hotels, right? And he's gone, bum, 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 and he's named one, and I've gone, that's it, there, right?
Are you sure?
No problem. So he said, yeah, no problem. It's 5 minutes, whatever.
Were you sure though or no?
No. So, so anyway, he drives me to this hotel, and I pay him. I say, gracias, and I get out the car and I look at it and I go, that's not it. Right? So, of course, the spirits now are really hitting me out in the fresh air now. So I am in a 2 and 8.
Yeah.
So anyway, I sort
2 and
of
8.
walking back, and I find
You
myself.
find another taxi then.
No, I find myself in the square, which I didn't know existed because we didn't go in there
sort of
on the
know
first
the square,
night.
yeah.
We went past
I've
the
only been to
square
Magaluf
up
once.
onto the strip. So anyway, I'm in front of this club now, and I've got vague recollections still of it. So anyway, I find myself back on this fucking road. Up and down I'm walking, because I know this is where the hotel is, up and down, and I'm looking left, looking down alleyways, and fucking... So anyway, eventually, I find a payphone, and I phone my wife, right?
Did she know what you'd done?
So I ring her, and I've gone, I'm lost. I can't find where I am. I've been walking around for 2.5 hours.
Is it getting light now?
Where am I staying? And she's gone, I don't know, because you haven't fucking told me where you is. So now I'm getting a bollocking as well, right? So anyway, I'm walking up.
Was it getting light now? Or?
So it's starting to. So it's now like 5:30 in the morning, right? It's starting to get light. And I'm walking. So anyway, there's this British pub still open, and I've just given up. And I've just thought I'm just going to wait for the sun to come up, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have to just fucking find someone, right?
Yeah.
So
you're in jeans or shorts?
Shorts up. But I walked round the corner, and there it was. Found the hotel, got in. Anyway, I've now gone to bed. So now the wife is back in Cardiff panicking.
Well, yeah.
Right?
How did you find the hotel? The British pub? It was next door to the British pub.
I just found it.
None of those are in the British pub, no?
No.
They were all in bed now, were they?
I'll tell you now.
The hotel phone is now ringing. He comes in, and it's the wife on the phone. And he's like, yeah, he's in his bed, so she's fuming with me now as well.
Yeah.
She's probably ringing you.
She phoned you, was she?
No, just phoned the phone in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the following day, and this is the short version of the story, right?
Yeah.
Which shows you how long I was looking. So the following day, remember that road that I was telling you I was up and down and up and down? I just needed go right there, and the phone box was in the middle of that street there. So there's the phone box, there's the road,
like
where I'm looking left, looking left, looking left.
The
hotel
on the right
was there.
You know the worst thing is, right? And
you just did a full circle.
I was walking up and down and up and down and up and down past my hotel front door for 2.5 hours.
Wasn't there a water park there? And I think it's got the highest slide or something.
He did have those.
But we went in there, right? And
we just beat Goiter in the cup. We didn't go to a fucking water park,
we
mate.
went to a water park there. I'll tell you.
Drinking Sambuca for 4 days.
But we were hammered the night before. And there was 3 of us. I walked up and said, come on, we'll do that bigger slide. It'll be easy. So he walks up and it gets halfway up, 3/4 of the way up. And then, there's more steps. I was thinking I start to panic now. Like, and I get a bit edgy. And I was like, I can't tell them I'm getting edgy. You're going up and up and up and up. And then you can see from the top. And I'm telling you, it's the highest in the world, I think, this slide.
No,
and when the sign said, Vamos, amigo, which means go.
Yeah,
I shit myself. Never again. And the boys had to do it because they were behind me, and they said they felt exactly the same.
He said, what he's saying there, though, right, with the hotel, thinking this, like sober and in the middle of the day, is if you go from the strip past BCM Square and the C's on your left,
BCM was by
and the C's on your left, right, keep going, and the hotel's on the right.
Oh, you were out. You must have been by the water park.
But that's it sober, right? It's one straight road, and it's on the right.
Yeah, it's all
because he's thinking it's on the left, he's looking the wrong fucking side.
Yeah.
And if you just think, there's the sea, so my hotel's that side.
Yeah, but once you find it once, you're not going to lose it then, are you?
Mark Morris's fault, anyway.
Yeah. But the first night, it's always a bit crazy, isn't it? You always get a bit leathered, and you always don't know where you're going.
Do you remember
I remember going to Benidorm when I had €500 in my pocket, and I woke up in some hotel on my own with €0. I haven't got a clue.
He didn't have
I
it for
didn't
his
know my
fucking
hotel
kitty,
name
did he?
either.
Yeah.
You sure he hadn't stolen it for his kitty, the robbing bastard?
Anyway, I woke, honestly, I had €500 in my pocket. I woke up in this hotel room. I must have rented it somehow because I probably couldn't find my room and just went, you ought to have that. I'll find €500. No, I've got no idea. But I had my phone, I had my wallet, I had all my things. And then I was thinking the next morning, I don't know what hotel we're in. I couldn't remember either.
I can't remember.
Benidorm is a lot more dangerous than Magaluf, by the way, you know?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
in
it is,
Benidorm, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't.
The one night in Magaluf, they did the. You didn't go to the phone party, did you? Or did you?
Well, that was probably when you were fucking living La Vida Loca on everyone else's money.
The phone party. I won't say names of who it was, but when you go in the BCM
you had
phone
the boys'
party,
money, did you? You were the.
yeah. When you go through the.
Do you remember he used the entire kitty up on the first night when not even all the boys were there? Do you remember that?
Well, no, I wasn't there, was I?
No, but you must have heard about it when we came
I
back.
vaguely remember, yeah.
Second night.
But how much you put in the kitty?
€1,500.
1,500 euros. He like
Well, you've done it all in 2 nights.
16. Yeah, when
everybody else had this share, and they think that you were robbing it, do they?
Remember,
They all had a great time.
remember now, Ryan Fahey organised the entire tour and collected the whole kitty. Ryan Fahey wasn't there when he blew the kitty.
people who watch this and listen to this have heard this, so fucking
You
move on.
snooze, you
But
lose.
it's boring.
So,
Exactly.
Snooze, you
So
lose.
do you remember?
That's what we've agreed twice to that.
Do you
I don't think we
remember-
ever agreed.
Exactly, I'm agreeing with you.
Do you remember that the night, the presentation night after we've
Yes,
had the tour, we've
of course
won
I
the
do.
cup? Do you remember what
Was
we
it
did to
in the
Reece
was it in
Carr?
the cricket club or whatever?
I think it was cricket.
Murked.
We murked Reece Carr. didn't
Yeah,
we?
the
Do you-
goal of the season.
Do you want to tell the story? Do you remember it?
There's a video of it.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
sat there on the table, and I didn't know what was going on. You didn't tell
No,
me
we
about
kept it
at all.
quiet.
You
We
kept,
kept it
totally
quiet, yeah.
And then the goal of the season, well, Reece Carr hit the goal from the halfway line in the cup final when
Yeah.
we beat the Welsh League champions. It was a hell of a
Yeah.
goal. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably one of the best goals I've ever
Probably.
seen. I watched
Probably.
a hell of a lot of football matches, you know. But I think he did mean it because
Yeah.
he just smashed it out for
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
You know.
I thought Nicky McGrath's goal was better.
Well, well, that was it. He came up and like goal of the season.
So there were
you
only
edged it out a little
there were
bit.
only 4 people that knew what we were going to do. So
Well,
Chris
one was
Evans,
Brown.
the chairman,
All right, Ebso, yeah.
Brownie, and Don Broad, because obviously Don Broad needed to help
Don Broad's
make
best,
sure.
Don Broad's best mate. Was
Yeah,
it?
so we needed
He's
to
probably
make sure
buttering
that
up
someone
with
was
it, yeah.
videoing the whole thing, because
Yeah.
obviously as I'm up the front
Well, I
saying
think Naden was on my table.
Reece Naden, yeah.
Reece Naden
Yeah.
was there, and he was laughing after. I don't
Yeah.
think he was in on it.
It was
Cam
funny.
Miles was there.
No one knew.
No one knew.
No
And
one
Nick
knew.
McGrath was on my table as well.
It's
They
the
did well.
video.
It was quite a big
So
table, was it?
we-
If I remember.
Sorry, Nick McGrath knew as well, so he
Oh,
knew
did Nick
what was
McGrath
going
knew,
on,
did he?
right? So I've obviously done that big spiel, haven't I? I've led the crowd on. And
Well,
of course,
yeah, it was
they're
well
videoing
done.
Reece Carr, because Reece...
Yeah. He was stood up, ready to come and get the trophy, wasn't he?
His missus starts going, and he's going. So he's adjusting his jump.
Well, he's a bit confident
Do you
anyway.
remember
isn't he?
as well? He's Dominic Broad's girlfriend at the time. She's on the video, and she sort of says, she looks at Reece and she goes, "Is this you?" Like that, and he's gone.
That's cars all over, isn't it? He's always a bit of a
we've given a
comedian
big
or whatever.
spiel, and it was like, it was from the halfway line in a really big game for the club, and a blah blah blah. Kept it going for like 90 seconds, and we've gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, goal of the season:
Nick McGrath
against Kyrie Lee.
As you've done it, Kazi's at the point of doing
He
that.
was getting up, ready to go. Yeah,
He walked out. He walked. And everyone knew that this wasn't a real award by then, didn't they? They all knew, like, we've got him. Yeah.
It was well done, but it was hilarious. And the video, I don't know, somebody nicknamed it Murked.
Murked,
Which
yeah.
kind of means
Reece
that-
Carr Murked.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on YouTube.
Yeah,
it might
it was.
still be
I think
there.
it might have been, yeah.
Might still be there.
I think
Good
Brownie can get it. I'm sure he might have sent it to me in recent times.
Yeah. So your next bit, anyway, then was moving on from Croesyceiliog after obviously the successful time you'd had there with
Yeah.
us. What is now Cardiff Met? So
Yeah.
Uwick. You've referred to Uwick a few times. So you were working at
I worked
at
for
Uwick at the
13
time,
years, yeah.
and then you got involved with the football. So obviously that was the next big journey of your.
Well,
of your
Christian
life. So
Edwards contacted me because I think you brought in Nick.
Nick Yates
Nick
was
Yates
coming
come
in
in.
to do more coaching.
Yeah.
Because obviously I wanted to do less of that. Nick was obviously a very respected coach.
Yeah.
But unfortunately he didn't last very long with us either.
No, he didn't. But he kind of took
he
over
couldn't
some of
take
my
to the
warm-ups and things like that. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, I'm not really doing much. And Brownie always used to call me H2O engineer.
H2O engineer. Yeah.
I don't mind filling the
Barney.
water balls. I don't mind filling the water balls. I don't mind collecting the balls. I'll do anything for the club because I'm a club man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the
Barbie
I think
But I thought I
Nick-
graduated
Nick,
a little bit. I was a bit higher than just filling the water balls.
Nick Yates Nick Yates couldn't take to the
I got on well. I
Crossy
got on well with him.
supporters.
You know, when he was
Yeah.
there.
But he couldn't take to the
well,
Crossy
it's quite.
supporters. He
You've
was
got to
very
be a bit of a character, don't you, to get on with
Yeah,
all the
it was a
committee
bit-
and that lot, Ebs.
Yeah,
and
it
all
was a
that,
bit
you know.
clicky, wasn't it, and all that.
It was a bit,
he
yeah.
didn't take to it really, so he
I
didn't
got
last
on well
that
with
either.
him, but I was a bit your kind of.
Yeah.
You needed an assistant manager who's going to be talking to the players,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you kept a little bit aside of the players somewhat, and
Yeah,
I was your link
tried to.
between the two sort of thing, if you know what I mean. And then Roger was doing the goalkeepers.
You've got to be
which
able to push
He'd-
back on them
he'd-
fuckers as well.
he'd stay down and get pissed with them all.
I would.
Obviously,
yeah.
all loved him.
Yeah. I remember New Year's Eve, Evs took me out and he paid for me and Karina to come
That's
out
right.
to like some
That's right.
dinner, whatever, and Mozza was there, and we had a hotel, and I think he paid for the hotel and everything.
Yeah.
And Evs was very good to me, you know, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate what he did for me. And,
No fucking invite for us that night, was there?
no,
I was literally
I was the
about to
blue-eyed
say,
boy, wasn't I? It was all about results for
fuck
me.
happened for that.
What did I say? I do regret saying it. There was somebody was giving me shit once when I was managing I think it was Llanwern. It was the first time I'd been back to Crossy. It was like 3 years later.
Yeah.
I think someone from the stand shouted something at me, and I turned to him and said, "Go and polish my statue, you prick."
I tell you what was the one thing
I do regret it. I thought you sounded like a knob then. Why did you say that?
when we were Paul,
Act on, impulse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
was it Porth or Wednesday Llanwern when we went to, I think it was Llanwern, we went back to Crossy with Llanwern or Porth.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we really took the piss? Because we had Ben Fletcher, the goalkeeper, on the bench.
It was Llanwern. Yeah.
On the bench, and we put him on up front. Literally sat with his gloves on, and Gareth went, because I think we were winning about 5-0, he went, Fletcher.
Taking a piss.
No, I think it was 3-0. We did beat them 5-0, but that was with
Fletcher.
Porth.
Put an outfield player's kit on and put the goalkeeper on up front just to rub the nose in it.
I left Crossy on good terms. I wasn't,
Yeah, well, you're still popular when you go back now, aren't you?
Yeah, I do go back and I see the boys and whatever. It's still the same people there, and they're salt of the earth, and the club's very nice. It's quite well run, but it is a bit cliquey if you.
Haven't we got seats in the
I
stand?
got quite well in there.
I think we did pay for one. Yeah,
It's all changing now. When we used to change over the rugby club, didn't we?
No, but when the development was happening, you could sponsor a seat, so your name was on the seat. No, I think that was after you'd gone. That was. I think it was my last season. All that was happening.
Yeah, I think I was asked to sponsor a seat at the time.
Probably they'll ask anyone for money.
Then. Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, all clubs are like it, aren't they?
Well, I know. I do a bit with Uwick.
Yeah.
With Elliot Evans, I sponsor a couple. I think they got my dad's company on the side of the pitch, and we do a lot with Milford United and Pembrokeshire Schools. Even my team in Germany are sponsored by my dad's.
Want to sponsor a tracksuit for Llanwern United?
So budget's out.
Yeah. So you moved to Uwick, but you then got really involved with Uwick, didn't you?
Well, I took over the second team. Christian Edwards, I met, who was, he's obviously Swansea City player.
And then in terms of Uwick, he's the guy that turned it from when the football wasn't even considered sport in the university. It was totally a social. It was run by a social committee, wasn't it?
Swansea did a fantastic job.
And then he turned it around from Division 3 Welsh League, also ran, where you would turn up, and I've had this, you would turn up as an opposing team at the campus, and there'd be a crappy pitch, and the players would be putting the nets up during your warm up. It become a
professional sort of outfit.
I was disgusted with it because I went to that university and played for them myself, and when I went back and saw the standards, I was disgusted with how far it had fallen.
Yeah.
And then he turned all
Swanee
around.
turned everything around. He was so professional. He'd been there.
He would be from his background, wouldn't
he? He played probably 250 games for Swansea, and one time for Wales. Never touched the ball, by the way, but he did play for Wales once.
It's more times than we've played for Wales.
Well, it is. So, of course, he was a brilliant professional. Know. And what a nice guy. He came to me. He told me, "I'll pay you £30 a week," and I said, "All right, I'll come in and do it for £30 a week." I never had a penny ever. But he let me with it. He gave me a lot of good players. Yeah. And some of the level of the players was good. But I used to be second team manager. But when the second team weren't playing, I used to go with the first team because I'm a club man kind of thing. Yeah. And he used to get me involved with the first and all that. And all the boys were nice. And I'd go Wednesday nights was always at Revs. Or,
I bet. Yeah.
I had to work on Thursday.
We were talking before Rodri got here. Before we started, when we our first competitive game at Llanwern was against Uwick.
Yeah, I remember
you were in the dugout, weren't you? And that was the day we called you Mo Farah, because it was obviously in the athletics stadium and we had no ball boys, and he just spent the entire game running after balls.
Yeah. So you could have a go at me, call me H2O engineer Mo Farah.
It's just one of my many jobs.
We got ball boys.
You've got to muck in and do whatever you can.
You'd have ball boys, and then you'd have the odd Saturday we'd go to the two old boys when they where's the kids for the ball boys today? You didn't fancy it today. It's pissing down. It's windy. Yeah. All right, so I'll be the ball boy today.
Yeah, you're a medical man quite often. You do everything. Right. I remember being at Dinas one time and you phoned me up. I've got to get this game on. And me and you, there's a photo of me on Facebook. Yes. We were forking the pitch.
There was an army of us, wasn't there? Yeah. There was an army. We had all the supporters club, and so we had about half a dozen with forks and sand, and then another half a dozen with like bins and bowls and stuff. One in bucket, scooping it, walking it, throwing it in the.
But that's what you do as a club man, and it's part of.
What was it like being part of that of the Uwick football as it was becoming professional again?
Well, the first season was quite
Winning, lots of
difficult.
winning.
First season was quite difficult, but the second season it got better. You had trials,
Yeah.
and you had kids who come in. You had first years, and Swanee was looking at people's profiles and giving people scholarships and things like this. You know, and you turned out a different level of footballers you were getting, and you knew the second team that I was getting would have won the Welsh League. Do you know what I mean? So they were that
very
good.
good
You know? But they were mostly first years at that point in time. Which obviously they're like 18, 19, and the physicality when you're playing against Welsh League Reserve, you know, sometimes you play like teams from the Welsh League 1 and they haven't got a first team game, they'll drop down, you know, it's difficult, the physicality is different. 100%. But then as the years went on, and I was there 3 years, I think, every year just got better and better, you know, but you could have like the training facility, the balls you had, when I was at Dinas, you might have a couple of 4 or 5 old balls at the first team one. You had 20 or 30 balls, brand new given to you, brand new kit given to you. You can have the pitch as much as you want. We used to do training on a Friday morning for corners and free kicks on a Friday morning because the pitch didn't cost us anything.
Do you remember?
It was fantastic.
Who were we with when we went to play up on the 3G, and we got thrown off because the second team were using it?
Oh yeah, it did happen, didn't it? I can't remember.
We were drawn away.
Was that the hockey pitch, you mean?
No, you know the pitch now, the 3G.
Oh, where they are
pitch
now. Yeah.
Was it with Lanramney? We turned up. We had
someone. That was the rugby pitch originally.
Someone in the cup. Yeah. We turned up. We're in the dressing rooms. Got changed as we got to go out. The second team coaches, the second team managers walked in and gone, "No, we're having the pitch." And we were like,
I don't think it was Lanramney. I got a feeling it might have been. I got a feeling it might have been Porth.
Was it Porth?
And we've turned up there, and then what they've said is
for training. You had a
game. A match on a Saturday.
We
a
booked
cup game, right? And we've gone, and it's and then they've said, "Oh, well, you can play on the grass pitch," and the referee's turned up, and I've walked out on the grass pitch with the referee, and I've
gone
one
down the bottom.
Yeah, what used to be the first pitch before.
It was a bit boggy. It was on a bit of a slant, wasn't it?
And I've gone over there with him, and I've gone, ref, there's no chance. Like we're not playing on this, and the game got called off because Cardiff met seconds.
At a training session.
No, they had a game, but miscommunication. So they kicked a Welsh League football match off
for a reserve
game.
The girl came over and was like, "I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do."
It's the university.
They take priority.
Yeah.
The thing is, that is right.
Well, it's your home.
But on the day, it's like, hang on a minute.
No, the Welsh League higher division should take precedence over the reserve division, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a cup.
Did you get fined for not playing it?
No, it wasn't our fault, was it? We had all the bookings, we paid, so it wasn't on us. Yeah. But obviously the facilities have moved on a lot.
Yeah, of course, even more now since I moved to Germany, whatever after that. But yeah, it's fantastic facilities.
Because when I was a student there and playing there was where the indoor athletics thing, the changing rooms are. That was the first team pitch. Then there was a rugby pitch. And then the second team pitch was where the grass pitch was.
Yeah. Because I went there. Well, I was
changed now.
I was there, but I went to Colchester Avenue, and that was 93 to 96.
Yeah.
And then I went to work there from 2000 to 2013.
So what was what prompted the move away from Uick? Was that when you moved to Germany?
Yeah. Well, if you remember, when I was at Croesyceiliog, I think I started about the same time, my master's degree.
Yes.
So I did that part-time. And I'd finished that, which I graduated with a distinction. And then I was going to do a PhD to be Dr. Dog.
Fucking hell.
My boss stopped me from doing that.
Jesus.
So I told him, I'll be leaving here. And he said, you can't leave here. You've been here 13 years. I said, you fucking watch me. And within a month...
It's not like you to be stubborn.
No, not at all. I just wanted to do my PhD. But anyway, as it works out, it all worked out fine.
Yeah. So that's what you went to Germany for?
Yeah, well, I'd split up a Carina then. I had no shit about football and washing kits and all that bollocks. That was all done. So I just thought... I went to university. When I was at university before, I did a year in France.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like to live abroad. I know what it... And I thought, well, you can learn German here.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how hard it was, but...
Yeah.
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad saying, you know what you're doing? I went... Yeah, but it was.
And then you got involved with football over there, then, because
I did, but I couldn't coach. I couldn't coach because I couldn't speak the language.
Yeah.
So I joined a team called Celta de Vigo.
Yeah.
Who were they had a little Celta de Vigo kit because the manager's mother was from Vigo.
Right. Okay.
And he was Serbian, but he could speak fluent German. He was from Germany. Guy called Sonny, fucking head case. Anyway, so all the boys there, I just used to hang around after training. He used to go training every time, and I just used to listen and then go home with a dictionary and go through the words and buy newspapers. And I went to evening school, but I learnt a lot of.
Did they think you were a fucking stalker or something, or did they know what you were doing?
No, I was trying to play. I had to sign. I had to get international clearance to sign there. It took about a month for me to get international clearance. I've still got a spiel. It's called a spiel pass.
Right.
Which means like a registration document.
Right.
But I've still signed on for them because I don't think I could play over here because the Welsh FA.
You'd have to get international clearance.
You'd have to get international clearance.
Back,
I can't follow that.
Nonsense.
I love it when you sign someone that's just spent 3 months playing in Bristol and you've got to wait 3 weeks to get international clearance. Like.
But it was to Germany.
Germany makes more sense.
I played for about 2 or 3 seasons then, and Sonny made me co-trainer. It's not called a manager; it's a trainer. And he made me co-trainer.
Yeah.
So I was co-trainer for a while, and then Sonny was just such an idiot. I mean, he was in the dressing room. He'd be smoking weed in a corner before the game. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? But this was probably like Cardiff Premier League or some sort of level on a Saturday.
Right.
You know, it was a good level.
Yeah.
Some good footballers, but you didn't play on grass.
Yeah.
I played on grass once in Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once.
What, all 3G? Or, like,
no,
or artificial?
Asher.
What's it?
Asher, which is
like that. Like
cinders.
Yeah,
Cinders.
I've played on that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Cinders.
It's
like
red
gravel.
Red gravel.
Red gravel. It was red gravel.
I played on that when I played out in Germany. He was fucking pissed down for about a week, and I'm playing in goals on red gravel.
You can't dive on it, really.
You just dive. You just go like.
Yeah.
You don't move. It's just like
so the ball
cement.
bounce is it's a totally different game, like the ball bounce is completely different. Well, I was thinking, Jesus Christ, where's that ball going?
Why do they play on that?
Well, they don't now. This is 13 years ago.
Yeah, but
it's all been changed.
Why did they?
It's called Kunstrasen, which means fake grass, which is 3G now.
Right.
I don't know. They just everyone did it.
It's what they had as like an artificial before 3G.
There's not much maintenance on it, I think.
I remember there used to be one down Fitzallen years ago. That's the only red grass I ever played on.
Well, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But they used to have hockey pitches like it, didn't they? Hockey pitches were always on that kind of gravel.
Like clay.
Yeah, well,
disgusting.
The first, I think it was I was only there about 6 months. We played a friendly one night. Well, I go through on goal, darting through him, about to slot it in the corner, and this guy comes straight through me. I falls over, crack. Hands broken. On that, it's like falling on concrete.
What, is it quite hard as well?
Yeah,
yes,
it's like playing on the. It's almost like playing on a schoolyard.
Yeah, it is.
Really, like mixed in with
gravel.
With gravel.
How similar is it to like
cut your hand,
it's fucking horrible.
How similar is it to like the clay tennis courts? Is it the same sort of thing?
No, not really. I would go more years ago when you used to do running tracks before they became.
Right, okay, I get that. Because they used to have one down the university fields.
You would have spikes
bit
on
like
them. It's
that.
all like little bits of stone on it.
So nice if
it's
you
called
get like
Asher in
you get like
German.
a graze and you got all the stone.
Oh yeah, you
sand
cut
and
yourself
stone.
to bits. Yeah. It was,
And no tackling.
You wouldn't go in for a sliding tackle.
It's like the old AstroTurf, isn't it? Where it's just concrete and a bit of carpet.
If you played away and you were on Kunstrasen, which means fake grass,
yeah.
you were lovely. But I played once on grass in about 12 years there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I never knew that was the culture over
there. Yeah, but they've all changed now to like 3G now. They're all the 3G pitches.
And then when did you come home?
COVID basically.
Okay.
Because I was just stuck there for 2 years, and then all my family's back. My sister lives in Dubai, and I'm pretty much on my own there.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in your house. You can't go out and whatever.
Yeah.
But
what was lockdown like in Germany then? Was it more severe than here or similar?
I think it's more severe, and people followed the rules more than
they do
Germans,
don't they?
Yeah. But I had a mate around the corner. He got a kiosk, Eddie, and he got a bar at the back. So his bar was open all the time. So it was only about 100 metres to Eddie's bar. So I was in there most of the time, to be honest.
Climbing over fences and.
I do wonder what would happen to me if we had another lockdown now. Because at the time I had a job where you couldn't just sit and drink ciders in the garden.
Yeah.
I could now.
Yeah. It was horrible for me because my family weren't there. None of my real close mates. I got a lot of close German mates.
Yeah.
But they even stuck to the rules and everything.
Okay.
So they would, and then you had like a little breakdown. I remember once going to a pub, and can I hug my mates because I haven't got no family with And my mate come up to me and give me the biggest hug. I was, oh my God, just get a beer. just get us a beer, please. Yeah, it was difficult, but I managed to get home twice. Flights keep getting cancelled, so I wanted to get to see my dad as well.
Yeah.
My dad's 81 now, and he's still working, actually. He's in good health. But when he was 75, 76, I was thinking, you never know. So I got back 24-hour bus from Dusseldorf to Victoria. Right. You go through Holland, through Belgium, and then France. You get a bus, and then you get a train back. And I managed to do that a couple of times because all the flights got cancelled all the time. It was horrific, really. It was.
How long did it take football to come back in Germany? Because Wales was an absolute piss take.
Well, it was pretty much the same, to be honest. And then you couldn't use the dressing room, you can't use the showers, and the gym was closed, and you can't touch, and I don't know. It was just a horror show, wasn't it? Really, all over.
Yeah, I hope we never see it again.
No, me too. I'll touch wood on that.
It was like over here. Was it when they went? Didn't he shut the pubs? He shut the pubs here. And
but the Wales rules are different to England.
Yeah, so what happened here, they shut the pubs, and Katie drove me to Hereford so I could have a pint.
Yeah, I know, it was ridiculous.
Good problem, isn't he?
No, I don't blame him.
In a pub. I could have just gone to the shop.
I'd have gone with him.
Yeah, I'm saying, just
it was just great to be in a pub,
Just get an Asda delivery of a crate or something.
I remember once, in my dad's village in Clarbson Road in West Wales, they opened outside. And they had everybody had a thing built outside because you weren't allowed inside, were you? Yeah. And Ricky Morgan cycled over from Tenby on his £2,000 bike. My dad was like, £2,000 fucking pounds? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was only happy.
Kid bike, those little ones.
It's like the bike that the guy in Saw comes in on, little tricycle.
We did take him. I think we took him to. I think it was Neil Spencer's stag do in Bournemouth, and we wanted to hire a midget. We just took Ricky instead.
Just paint him blue and just stick a white hat on him.
We locked him to Neil Spencer. Remember Neil Spencer?
Yeah.
From Dinas,
yeah. Do you know what I do?
And Darren George, I think he's coming today as well.
George. God, it's a bit of a Dinas Powys reunion up there for the Champions League final.
Vincent Harry's coming, yeah. It is a bit of a.
Well, I was just going to say we better get you off there sooner. You're going to miss the start of kick-off. But just what's when you look back over your time in football in any country, because you did a lot in Wales, but you've obviously had good times in Germany. Yeah. What do you if I said to you, like, what are your best 3 memories about it? Because you've had long love affairs with Cardiff Met and with Dinas Powys.
Milford United,
you obviously and back home as well.
Milford United,
and you've obviously had that amazing success in that season that you spent with us at Croesyceiliog. Like, what would be your sort of top 3 memories, do you think?
Top 3 memories? That's pretty difficult.
Because you'd have a lot.
Playing for Wales supportors, I would say, was one of, and captain in Wales supporters would definitely.
How many games? 60 odd, 70 odd?
About 60 games, yeah. I think yeah, it was just Neil Dimmock made me captain, and I was so proud to do. When you're singing the anthem and you've got all the kit on it, it's just fantastic. So that would definitely probably be number 1. Crossy winning the cup has got to be up there in the top 3. And, I don't know. Milford United was probably my favourite 2 years ever of football. When I was about 24, something like that. I played for 2 or 3 years there. And I'm still, every time I go home, I go there. My dad buys them a kit, and it's just, it's a welcome. I've got a lifetime membership at Milford United, and I didn't ask for it. They tell me, and I just feel like a king every time I walk in a clubhouse.
That's a brilliant way to sort of bring the episode to a close. Is that we've got a clubhouse with Lanham United.
That's everything about a club, because you can be self-sufficient.
Exactly, but we've got. This year, we talked about it years ago, we didn't have anywhere that we could really put anything, but this year we are starting the club's Hall of Fame. Yeah. So we're going to induct 3 or 4 people this year into the Hall of Fame, and but that's something we as a club probably haven't done enough of in the past, is recognition of people who've done things for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant, all local
in the past,
and,
do you know what I mean?
And everything, but drinking in a pub and whatever, none of the money goes back into the club. They give you a fish and chips and whatever. But you can't really be self-sufficient. Having your own clubhouse gives you an identity.
You're going up to Dinas Powys now to watch the Champions League final with a load of the ex-Dinas guys, aren't you?
I've seen some of 15 years.
And that was the problem. And that was the problem Dinas Powys had when we were there, is that we were in pubs.
Yes.
We never had sources of income.
Exactly.
So that was always the
Apart
issue.
from what Tucker's written on the back of a fag packet.
Yeah. 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 Well,
From the Londons.
thanks for joining us for this episode. It's been brilliant to catch up.
Appreciate it.
Give my best to all those guys, because you are about to go and have a night watching the Champions League with some of my favourite people I've ever dealt with in football.
Yeah,
so give them my
for
best.
Sure. I will do.
And
Up the rock by Sesson.
And send me some messages when you've booked them in to come on the podcast. Yeah. So.
Well, who do you want first?
Well, all of them apart from Vince Driscoll. He's boring bastard. Or any of the rest of them.
Ricky Morgan.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky Morgan's hard because he's a West boy, isn't he?
Yeah. We got a high chair. We can stick him on the end of
Denny, Streety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll
some
today,
great stories there. Yeah.
Good lads,
And let us know if.
Dinas Powys was, it's a great club, wasn't it?
It was amazing. People, I really enjoyed it.
That's where we met. If we weren't.
Exactly.
If we didn't meet at Dinas Powys, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. I still like going back now, and Vince's son is doing an amazing job with the first
he's starting
team.
to get back on tracks, and
yeah, he's doing a brilliant job.
Club,
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, mate. And,
cheers. Thanks.
Yeah, you're my best.